What's up, what's going on, legends? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll be bringing you guys a mission guide for tier 1 of the White Lotus faction. Now, this one is a little bit more challenging than tier 1 of the Legion faction, which you will have to have completed in order to unlock these ones. Now, there will be 7 challenges you have to complete, and 5 of them you will have to do in order to unlock the final one, but you will have to complete all of these to move on to the next tier. Now, before we dive into it, if you guys do enjoy this content at any time or find this video helpful in any way, make sure you show your support for the channel by going down below and smashing that like button. Go ahead and throw an easy goal of 50 likes on today's video, as well as if you guys like to find your way back to the channel for more Call of Duty content, make sure you guys do hit that subscribe button. Also that notification bell so we don't miss you in future videos. First up, we have one of the easiest challenges yet, which is going to be World Traveler. This one's going to require you to travel to 6 different POIs or point of interest in a single deployment. Now, obviously, this means that before you even exfil, or hopefully before you get eliminated, you will visit 6 different locations. There's a couple of easy ways to do this. If you spawn near a boat, you can get in the boat, kind of go around the outside of the map. You'll get a majority of these before you can get forced onto land, and then you can jump in a vehicle and go that way. Or you can even just find a helicopter, fly pretty much directly over the map, and you will get this done really quickly. Next up, we have convenience. This one's going to be a 2-parter. Part 1 is going to require you to fuel and repair vehicles at 5 gas stations. Now, this is pretty straightforward and easy. If you just find a reinforced enough vehicle, you're able to drive from gas station to gas station without too many issues. You'll be able to get this done in one shot. Obviously, by the time you get to the next gas station, you'll need to repair or fuel at some point, so that'll be pretty easy, and then you'll get this part complete. Now, part 2 is going to be a little bit trickier. It's going to require you to extract with 7 gas cans. Now, a lot of the gas stations that I stopped at only had 1 gas can, so I did kind of have to end up traveling to 1 extra gas station than I needed to actually stop at, but I was able to get all 7 of these in the same match and then exfil with these, making this challenge complete. Next up, we have Badge of Honor. This one is a little bit more of a pain just because of the part 1 of 2 parts being the way it is. First part requires you to acquire a basilisk commonly found in police stations. Now, I did try a few attempts at actually going to the police stations and finding this, and I didn't have much luck. So I actually just came in with my insured weapon as a basilisk, and it actually still counted. And then later I did end up finding a basilisk in the police station, so they are available there as well, but it was easier to just jump in with that as an insured weapon. And then part 2, once you actually have the basilisk, it's going to require you to kill 13 enemies with headshots using it. Next up, we have Health Conscious. This one is going to be pretty straightforward and easy. It is a 3-parter though. What you're going to have to do is loot first a medicine cabinet. These are found in the bathrooms all over the map. Now, part 2 is going to require you to exfil or extract with 9 stims. It does not have to be in a single match. Your squad mates will also count towards it as well. Essentially, I just filled up my inventory with stims as I was able to find them all over via taking out enemies, just looting in general, and obviously in the medicine cabinets. The third and final part goes alongside with part 2. You have to extract with 6 bandages. Now, if you guys do manage to go to where I am on the map, it's basically a hotel or 2 side by side. There's a bunch of different rooms, tons of medicine cabinets. I was basically able to find all the stims and bandages I needed in this building and in the building next door, essentially leaving me to only have to exfil with these items and complete the challenge. Next up, we have Demolitions. This one is going to be a 3-parter, and it's pretty straightforward because it is involving a contract. What you're going to want to do for part 1 is acquire a Destroy Supplies contract. If you open up your TAC map, you will be able to look for the contract phones with the little bombs on it. This will be the contract you're looking for. You'll just want to go and pick this up, and part 1 will be complete. Part 2 is going to require you to complete the Destroy Supplies contract. Essentially, you're going to go to the 2 different locations marked, plant the bombs and defend them. Once they explode, you'll have completed the contract, completing the first 2 parts, obviously, which then leads us to part 3 to open a safe. You can obviously choose to open a safe at any time as long as this mission is selected, and it still should count. However, by completing the Destroy Supplies contract, it will actually ping nearby safes on the map, so it'll make it pretty easy to go and find a safe. You'll just open that. By defending it for a duration of time, it will open and you'll be able to complete this mission. Next, we have Fully Encumbered. This is an easy 1-parter. It's just to extract with a full backpack. There is a stipulation with this, however. If you run across the bug where your weapon slot disappears from your backpack, you won't be able to really fill that sucker up, and it will lead you to not being able to actually complete this. I do want to mention though, on the side, make sure your bag is full, make sure you have the weapon slot filled, make sure obviously those slots are filled. But if you have a medium or large backpack, you do not have to fill the extra slots. As long as you have at least 5 of the slots filled, this one should count on exfil. And for our last mission, we have Flight Recon. This will obviously have required you to complete 5 of the previous missions that we already covered, and then this one will be unlocked. This is a 3-parter. Part 1 is going to require you to land a light helo at the Hafid Port helipad. Now you're going to have to track down the light helo once you spawn in. Basically open your TAC map, look around the map, find the helo, go over there and grab that. You're going to want to take this all the way to the Hafid Port. Essentially, the helipad is not going to be where you normally would look, so make sure you look out in the water. You're going to want to land the heli there. Now for part 2, you're going to download the light helo's flight path data. Essentially, once you've actually landed on the helipad, you're going to want to get out of the helicopter, take a look at the helicopter. It will have an option to download that flight path. Once you've obviously done that, you can jump back in the helicopter, leading you to part 3, extract the light helo's flight path data. So you're going to want to go to your nearest exfil point, and at this point, just exfil safely now that you've downloaded that information, and you will complete the last and final mission in Tier 1 for White Lotus. Now that's all the missions for Tier 1 of the White Lotus faction. Completing this will of course unlock Tier 2, which gets you one step closer to the next faction unlocked. But that's going to wrap things up for us in today's video. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all the support in the channel. I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace.